Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to do a, quick video, see what it's like. It's the weather got a little bit better today. This thing's not fully done yet, but it's getting a little closer. I got to still do a relay, but I was going to do a quick video. I seen somebody else was building one of these. Forgive me, I forget the username. Should have wrote it down. Anyway, and he used like 4 bolts or something else. Basically, I guess that's the same thing that what I did. Basically, what I made was, it's actually looks terrible, I guess, from this side, but basically what I did was I made a plate, a round plate for the wheel, and just welded it on there and just painted it black. The problem is in order for me to get this on and off, I got to unbolt this because the bolt is behind here. I can't take this off as one unit, so I got to go around and take every single bolt off to get that off. It's kind of a pain. But so yeah, so basically what I did was I just, boy, this was in my earlier welding days too. I really bad welds. Anyway, this was actually, I basically made a round plate. I forget it, you know, maybe thin steel, nothing crazy, and it's not using that much. But anyway, it just went to the inside of this, and I bolted this onto that. I welded the studs onto this plate. But unfortunately, like I said, to get this off, I have to take these bolts off. It's the only way I can get it off. As far as trueness, this is what I got. I didn't realize that there was actually an issue. You know, I never even looked at it, to be honest with you, until the other guy showed it. But that's basically what I have. I guess it's running pretty good. It's off a little bit. But I think the tire is actually, this thing was sitting for a while. If you look at this one, the tires, let me see if I can find the one spot. It was like laying in a weird spot, and it's like, I got a little bit of a bubble. I'm going to actually change this. Yeah, there it is right there. I think that's like a little bit of a bow right there. I'm not sure if it's picking it up on the camera or not, but I got a little bit of a bow on that. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a bow on that tire. And then I just painted the rims. Basically, the way it just works is real simple. You know, when you go forward, both wheels go forward. Let's say I'm going to turn to the left, one wheel turns. Same thing with the right. We're going down on the side there, yeah. You know, it's actually, it works out really well. I haven't had a chance to use it yet with these new batteries. These are actually the batteries I purchased from Amazon. They are supposedly made for wheelchairs. They are 20 amp hours, and they're supposed to last, yeah, right there. I think I read somewhere that 20 amp hours is somewhere close to about 10 miles or something in a wheelchair. So my wheelchair motors should work out well. Yeah, so yeah, I can see that tire's got a bad bow to it. If you look at it maybe from the side, it's got like a, I forget what you call it, but like a bubble or something. It's kind of a little weak. This one's nice and smooth, actually. This one seems like it's going a lot slower. Yeah, even the same thing with forward, reverse. I have to check my my settings on my remote here. Something may be off. Yeah. Yeah, I think it might have been off a little bit. Yeah, there it goes. That's better speed now. Now they look about the same. And this is actually 24 volts too, so that works out well. Alright, let me put some straps on this thing real quick, and I just want to basically see the speed of it. I don't really want to cut anything. Everything's all soaked, but I'll see what it does running. So give me 1 second and I'll get it off my jack stands. Alright, let's see how steady I can try to get this thing to go. But basically my biggest issue was speed I had. Let me take this off before I lose this thing. I guess I could actually just put a battery in it too and just run it, but yeah, let me get a battery real quick. Put this down a second here. I'll get a smaller one here. Alright. It's always there until you need them. Alright. Put that in there. Alright. Back to our batteries. Alright, so yeah, I had looked and it was actually Benjamin Nelson, I think is the name, and that's almost dead. No, should work it anyway. That's the one I think is building basically the same kind of thing. Actually, I think he's using, I think it's the first time he's doing his. I ripped through this thing a few times, so it's cut up and mangled, but anyway, all right, let's see what this thing does with the, so the way I control it is just by this switch on the remote here. Basically, I think it's just like that. That'll shut that off. These switches actually control the motor up and down. So that'll bring it down. And then that one will bring it up. I don't need much. I'm only going down an inch or two. But as far as the movement, and then of course the last switch controls my flashing light. All right, let's see what this is. Yep. Let's see what's going on here. So I just hit the reverse. Safety. All right. So what happened was, with your remote turns off for a long time, you have to make sure that it's still, got one of my things here. It'll still activate with that. I'm surprised why my failsafe didn't shut that off, but I was actually still controlling it, so that was one of the problems. All right, let's try this thing again. Let's see what this thing does again. Now, it's a little bit quicker, a lot quicker. It's like skidding out. Yeah, now it just wants to. All right, well, it's definitely got more power. That's what I wanted. I guess I'll see what it's like on the grass. Yeah, it's definitely got more power. Should be able to go up there, no problem. Now, yeah, I didn't have any kind of power before to do that. It's just too much power. See, it keeps spinning the wheels. It's like just too much. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if this is going to work out or not. I mean, it's definitely got more power. You know what I think I'm going to have to do? I got an idea. I think I'm going to have to use one of these buttons on here. I do have another outlet on this, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a switch on it with another relay, and what I'll do is I'll make it, I'll switch it from 12 to 24 volts is what I'll do. This wire here is really overkill. I'm just trying to think, would that work out? I guess I can get another heavy-duty relay. Just jump it in here, and basically what I'll do is I'll run it 12 volts or 24 volts. I'll put a switch on here. I think I have this thing left. Maybe I can use this or switch something over. And what I'll do is I'll make it that one switch will be 12 volts, and then when you hit it in another position, it'll be, say, 24 volts for, like, for long run. It's everybody's probably saying, well, just leave it the way it is. It's like very touchy. I mean, I guess I could kind of ease it in, but you're holding the remote at a really weird position. Like I gotta hold my finger like this in a way, because it just seems like it's way more powerful than I wanted. I mean, if nothing else, I mean, it's not like a waste or anything. I can always, use it as 40 amp hours at 12 volts. But see, 12 volts was just too slow. Yeah, it's really ripping up my tires. Look at that. I didn't realize these wheelchairs had that much power. I didn't think they went that fast. Yeah, it's really crazy. I mean, do you need it to go that fast? That would be a wheelchair. I don't know if any wheelchairs go this fast. That's really odd. Really, really odd. All right, back to the drawing board. But I did get some gas from my welder, so I wanted to make this four-wheel drive. That's actually what I'm going to do. I'm waiting on two more motors. I'm either going to do one of two things. I'm either just going to rebuild this whole entire thing because I'm going to get two more of these tires, and I'm going to put them on the front with two more wheelchair motors. Now I'm going to have to do something because this is going to, well, actually what I'll do is I'll probably mount them reversed. You know how these motors stick out this way. I'll probably mount the other one this way, and then what I'll do is I'll wire that one in reverse. And honestly, what I was going to do is try to keep it off one controller. I started thinking about it, and basically the same way I wire these in for my reverse polarity for my solenoid to go up and down, I'm going to do the same thing for each wheel. So that means I'm going to use two relays on this side. So when one side gets positive, it's going to get power. The other side will be negative. It's not going to do anything. It's going to keep the ground. And then same thing reverse. When it gets power on the black one, it'll click the other relay and make it go the other way. I'm going to try it out, see if it works or not. If not, I'll buy another controller. But I'm kind of thinking in my mind that it should work. I don't know why it wouldn't. So yeah, the only thing I have an issue with right now is the speed. It's too fast, but I guess maybe that'll change. How you doing? Maybe that'll change once I add the front batteries on. There goes my dog's barking. Dog's looking at me. Hi, Abby. All right, anyway, back to my project here. So, yep, just waiting on two more motors for the front. I'm gonna clean this up. I think I honestly am gonna redo this because this thing got cut up and chopped up and cut here and holes here for fog lights, and again, you can see this thing is not complete. So I'm wondering if I just slice it off here and build a new front to match the rear. See, basically I did the same thing for the mounting of the motor. I made plates, and I actually went, oh, I just hit the remote. Yeah, it's very touchy. Bring it around this way. So basically the same way I shut this off before I hurt myself here with my key. So that shuts everything off. This is the fuse on this side. So if I wanted to just cut power, that's just an emergency bypass. And then of course the remote starts beeping, it's got no signal. Okay. So yeah, the way I mounted these motors, which I'm not saying it's the right way, I'm not saying it's the wrong way. I basically just drilled through the frame. I got long bolts. I made a plate, and I went through the plate and through this. I really didn't need the plate. The reason why I put the plate was for that extra bolt there. I think if I do it up front, I'm just going to mount it right to it, and it should be fine with the 5 volts. I don't know why I put the extra one in. But you know, when you're doing something, you got something in your mind, and later on you look at it like, why? You know, just like the original battery tray was, look how thin it was, because originally I was using like the riding tractor mower batteries, and they didn't last that long. So I made another thing, and I went up to regular batteries that way, and they didn't last that long. So here I am again. It just so happens these things fit perfectly in there. But what's the matter, Bella? Come here, girl. Come here, Bella. What are you looking at? Yeah, puppy doggy. So, but anyway, I will, I guess, stay updated for the next video and clean some of this stuff, and definitely going to paint it probably red or something, match the Craftsman, and definitely clean up all this stuff, mount it. I still got a long ways to go. I'm still, you know, it'll cut grass, I know that, but I still have a long way to go before I'm ready to run it and put it into good work. So anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll have another video up soon. Take care. Hope everybody's enjoying the weather.